state of West Virginia, we pride ourselves on our commitment to safety, whether it's in the workplace or traveling to a work-related event or destination. The State Agency Workers' Compensation Program is pleased to bring you this video on the fundamentals of safe driving. Remember, the best method for preventing accidents is to drive defensively and use good judgment. A little bit of common sense goes a long way. Attitude is everything. We drive every day, and often we forget that driving is a dangerous activity that can result in serious injury or even death. However, you can take steps to avoid becoming another statistic. Your approach to driving and your emotional state are major factors in ensuring that you arrive safely at your destination. When you're in the driver's seat, keeping your hands on the wheel and your eyes focused on the road should always be your number one priority. That's why it's important to be well rested when you're behind the wheel. If you find yourself getting drowsy, find a safe place to pull over, take a walk, or even a nap, and don't set out again until you feel refreshed and focused. Emotions can play a key role in your ability to concentrate. While it's true there are some things on the road we can't control, we can control our attitude and approach to these challenges. Keep a clear head and a positive attitude. If you're frustrated, in a rush, or upset, take some time to relax. Meditate and clear your head before getting on the road. With your worries behind you, you're more likely to concentrate on the road ahead of you. Time management is crucial to planning any trip. When we're running late, we're more likely to take chances that could result in a wreck. Proper planning will reduce your chances of getting lost, caught in traffic, or fighting bad weather. Before you set out, check your map or program your GPS. Additionally, check the weather forecast and traffic reports for conditions that may delay your trip. For assistance, visit wv511.org, a state website that provides information on traffic, weather, construction, road conditions, and other factors that may affect your trip. A safe driver always plans the route and leaves adequate time to get to the destination. State vehicle rules. The state requires you to perform a pre-trip inspection of your fleet vehicle. You're also responsible for completing a post-trip inspection and reporting any deficiencies to the maintenance department. It is your responsibility to review your state vehicle policies and speak with your supervisor if you have any questions or concerns. The use of motorcycles on state business is highly discouraged. Additional rules apply to anyone driving a state vehicle. When you pick up your fleet vehicle, learn the location of all the controls, such as lights and wipers, before you operate that vehicle. You must have a valid driver's license and carry it with you in the vehicle. Wear your seatbelt at all times. Drive the posted speed limits and adjust accordingly for inclement weather. Take extra caution in school zones and never pass a stopped school bus. Never use your cell phone while driving. Heed labels on prescription and over-the-counter medications, and don't drive if the medication will impair your ability to drive. Of course, you should never operate any vehicle while impaired by drugs or alcohol, but also remember that even the next day hangover can affect your ability to drive safely. Report any and all accidents to your supervisor immediately. All passengers must be state employees or connected with a state business. Otherwise, approval must be obtained from agency management. Remember, when you're driving a state vehicle, you're a mobile billboard. Be a safe and courteous driver at all times. You'll reduce your risk of an accident and present a positive image for the state. Defensive driving. Defensive driving is defined as driving to save time, lives, and money despite conditions around you and the actions of others. By being a defensive driver, you can reduce the risk of collision by anticipating dangerous situations. Here are a few basic steps to defensive driving. The 10-4 rule. Stay alert and be aware of what's going on at least 10 seconds driving distance ahead of you. Allow 4 seconds following distance of the car ahead of you, and observe what's going on around all 4 sides of your vehicle. Scan your rear view mirror and side view mirrors frequently. Learn where your blind spots are and how to use another vehicle to sweep your blind spots. If you see another vehicle driving erratically, stay behind them so you can keep an eye on them. If someone is tailgating you, slow down and let them pass you. Preventing rear-end collisions. Rear-ending accidents are one of the most common types of collisions on the road and are 100% preventable. Always leave plenty of braking room between your vehicle and the one in front of you. If there are hazards like snow, rain, or fog, you need to increase that distance even more. Remember, large trucks weigh more than a standard passenger vehicle and require a greater distance to stop. Intersection safety. Roughly 30% of all accidents occur at intersections. Anytime you approach an intersection, slow down and proceed with caution. Even if you always obey stop signs and traffic lights, you can't assume that others will also follow the rules. When you approach an intersection, follow these defensive driving tips. Slow down and cover the brake. That means take your foot off the accelerator and hover it over the brake, and watch for pedestrians, cars, or other obstacles in case you need to make a sudden stop. If you're turning right on red or at a stop sign, come to a complete stop before proceeding. A yellow light means slow down and prepare to stop, not hurry up and go. When your light turns green, allow the intersection to clear before proceeding. Look first to make sure there's not another driver on the side street who thought his yellow light meant hurry up and go. And lastly, always use your turn signal. Changing lanes. Many accidents happen when drivers are changing lanes. Take these steps to avoid an accident. If you must change lanes, give yourself time and distance to react if needed. Always signal at least 5 seconds in advance to warn other drivers of your intentions. Check your rear view and side view mirrors and your blind spots before you change lanes. Watch for aggressive drivers and anticipate their reactions. Backing up. Always back up at slow speeds and don't depend on mirrors alone, which causes you to lose depth perception. You'll need to turn your head to see beyond the head restraint and watch carefully in all directions. Watch not only for other vehicles, but pedestrians, especially children and animals, which can be unpredictable. Distracted driving. Most accidents are the results of driver inattention. Distractions can involve anything from eating to tampering with the radio, but by large, the number one distraction is cell phone use. Never use your cell phone while driving. Do not text, call, or use applications that will distract you from the road. If you feel like this is too much of a temptation, turn your phone off and put it away until you arrive at your destination. Additionally, don't eat or drink while you're driving. And if you use the radio, turn the volume down and use preset buttons to change the station. Remember, always keep both hands on the wheel. Inclement weather conditions. As the saying goes, in West Virginia, you can experience all 4 seasons in one day. The Mountain State's extreme weather can pose some unique driving challenges. Let's take a look at some of them. Rain restricts our vision and creates slick roadways. Make sure your windshield wipers are in good condition and maintained properly. Make sure you have good tires with a tread depth deep enough to move water away from the tire surface. When the road is wet, slow down. This reduces your chance of hydroplaning and provides more reaction time. Drive with your lights on to increase visibility. When there is rain, we often encounter fog. Again, slowing down and maintaining good tires will go a long way in preventing accidents. Likewise, snow creates multiple driving hazards. Before you set out, check the weather forecast. If the roads are bad, consider canceling or postponing your trip. The best way to control a hazard is to eliminate or avoid it. If travel is unavoidable, make sure your tires, wipers, and other equipment are all in good condition. Start your engine early enough to allow time to defrost the vehicle and clear away any snow. Drive with your lights on to increase visibility and keep your lights clear of snow. Slow down and allow plenty of time for stopping. Watch for ice on bridges and overpasses, and be especially cautious on sharp curves and steep grades. Use good judgment and a speed appropriate for the conditions, and you'll greatly reduce your risk of an accident. Animals. Our abundant wildlife puts the wild in wild and wonderful West Virginia. But those cute white-tailed deer you see by the roadways can pose a serious hazard to drivers. Take extra precaution during dawn and dusk, which is peak activity time for animals. Pay attention to wildlife crossing signs. These are known game trails, and you should anticipate encounters with animals in those areas. Some of the most serious collisions involve deer. Take note that deer are herd animals, and if there's one, there are usually more. Deer are most active during mating season in October and November, so be extra cautious during this time. If you encounter an animal on the road, use your brakes and horn first. Remember that swerving can lead to a loss of control of your vehicle. The best way to avoid collisions is to drive defensively. Know the animal's patterns and anticipate encountering them on the roadway. Congested driving. If you encounter traffic congestion, whether it's due to construction, a wreck, or other event, stay alert and use your best defensive driving techniques. Increase your following distance and give yourself time to react. Scan your side and rear view mirrors and watch all 4 sides of your vehicle. Avoid driving faster than the flow of traffic. Maintain your lane and watch for other drivers weaving in and out of traffic. Be courteous and allow other drivers to merge. Follow all posted speed limits, especially in work zones.